the viewers and friends. Welcome to Learn with Karthik Raja. Today we are going to learn about soil. What is meant by soil? Soil is small debris of rocks. So, soil is also important for life on earth. So, we'll see some examples. So, most of the plants take their nutrients from soil, right? So, plants produce their food. So, see, they are producing fruits and some vegetables. So, this helps us to eat. Next, plants also give out oxygen which we and animals breathe to stay alive. And soil is home to many animals and insects. See. So, if we take birds means, in the soil trees are growing and in the trees birds are building nests. We know that. So, it is home to many animals. And some earthworm, it is living inside the soil. Next, we'll see about pedogenesis. Do you know what is meant by pedogenesis? Do anybody know it? It is very simple. The process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. See, I'll zoom the image. See. Next, you might having a question that is, I have told what is meant by soil, but how soil is made up of? With what materials it is made up of? So it is made up of sand, remains of dead plants and animals called humus. See, this is the spelling of humus. Humus, mineral particles such as iron, calcium and potassium. Now we will see how many percentage they are. Water and air are 25%. That means water is 25 and air is 25%. Next, mineral particles, it is 45%. Next, organic matter, that is 5%. In that 5%, humus is 80% and roots are 10% and organisms are 10%. Organisms is nothing but small insects and animals. Next, we'll see how soil forms. So, the process by which big pieces of rocks broken down into smaller pieces of rocks by the action of wind and water is called weathering. There are three types of weathering, that is physical weathering or mechanical weathering, next chemical weathering and biology weathering. See, this is the image of physical weathering. What is meant by physical weathering? Physical weathering is nothing but the rocks will broke down by the agents of the nature. That means it will broke down by glaciers, water, wind and sunlight and so on. So if we take water means, it will broke down by the water will go into the small pores. Pores is nothing but holes, small holes in the rocks, and the water will change into ice and it will expand. So the expansion will break down the rocks. Now we'll see about chemical weathering. Chemical weathering is nothing but there are some acid rains. Acid rains is nothing but some chemicals will be in the rainwater. So that will change the particles in the soil. So by that the rocks will crack and it will break down till we get fine powder. Next, this is the image of the biology. weathering. So biology weathering is nothing but it will break down by the plants and animals. If we take plants means the plants grow on rocks. It don't need soil to grow. It will grow on rocks and the roots will expand, and that expansion force is enough for the rocks to break down, and this process will be did till we get fine powder. See, next we'll see the soil particles, composition of soil. There are 3 soil particles. That is, first I will show the sand particle. This yellow part, that is sand particles. It is, the particle size is 2.0 to 0.05 millimeter. Next, silt. This blue part, that is only silt. Silt will be 0.05 to 0.002 millimeter only. Next, clay. This red spot is clay. So it is less than 0.002 millimeter. So sand particles are the biggest particles in soil. Silt. Silt is smaller than sand particles but bigger than clay particles. Next, clay particles is the smallest particles in soil. See, this is the image of sand, silt and clay. This is the image of gravel. Gravel is nothing but, I told, soil will have sand, remains of dead plants and animals, minerals such as iron, that is calcium and potassium, and it will also have small stones and pebbles called gravel. This is the image of gravel. See this. Next, the soil, we'll see soil types. How we are taking soil types? Soil types is nothing but it is divided by the particles in the soil. So if we take sandy soil means, this is the image of sandy soil, this is the image of loamy soil, and this is clay soil. These are the 3 types of soil. See, the sandy soil. It has a great proportion of sand particles. Its particle size is 0.05 to 2.0 millimeter, and it has large empty space. So it has big pieces of rocks in it. Next, large air space. It will have large air space. So if air goes inside, it can hold much air in it. Very little water holding capacity. It can't hold much water inside it. It will drain and it is non-sticky when wet, and it feels rougher and grittier when dry. Clay soil. It will have a great proportion of clay particles. The particle size is less than 0.002 millimeter. It has very small empty space. So there are fine particles in that. So very small air space. So the fine particles will cover all the space in that soil. So air can't go. Very large water holding capacity. It can hold much water in that. So it is sticky when wet, and it is smooth when dry, and it is also lumpy when wet. Now we'll see loamy soil. Loamy soil has almost the same amount of sand, clay, silt particles. It has almost the same amount. The particle size is between 0.005 and 0.05 millimeter. It has adequate empty space. So if you take a container means, if you pour anything means, it can take only its adequate space. Same like only in the loamy soil, adequate empty space only will be there. Adequate air space. Same like only it has enough air space. Moderate water holding capacity. So if we take a half liter for loamy soil means the if loamy soil can hold half liter means if we pour half liter means it can hold half liter. So the water can pass inside the loamy soil easily. Next, we will see about soil profile. What does mean by soil profile? Soil profile refers to the layers of soil in which plants grow. It is very fertile. See, this is the image of topsoil. It is very fertile because it is rich in humus. It is very black, that is only humus, and most of the plant their root in topsoil. So here only many plants grows. Next, B, that is the subsoil. Subsoil is nothing but it is present below the topsoil. It is the middle layer of the soil. So some plants plant their root here only. It has smaller pieces of broken rocks. Next, bedrock. C is bedrock. So bedrock is nothing but it has large pieces of rocks and it is divided into two parts. But before going to that, it is quite deep inside the earth. So now we will go. It is divided into two parts, that is broken bedrock and unbroken bedrock. Broken bedrock means it will have broken pieces of rocks. Unbroken bedrock means the rocks will not be broken. See, this is the picture of soil profile. We'll take a recall about that. Uppermost layer of soil, it is topsoil only. It contains fine particles of sand, clay, humus, water and air. And subsoil is the middle layer of soil, contains broken pieces of rocks. Bedrock, bottom layer of soil, large pieces of rocks, that is it contains large pieces of rocks. This is only I told there. Next, soil erosion. What is meant by soil erosion? The removal of fertile topsoil by the action of wind and water is called the soil erosion. So this is the image of soil erosion. We have to prevent that. Things increasing soil erosion, that is strong winds, heavy rainfall, cutting down of trees. This is strong winds. Wait, I'll show. This is heavy rainfall, cutting down of trees. But strong winds means it is, if we take a paper means if we blow means the paper will move, right? Same like only the wind will come in full force and the soil will blow to another place. So it will form like a sand dune. Sand dune is nothing but small dunes of soil. Heavy rainfall. So the rainfall will drain. The soil will be removed from that place for heavy rainfall. Next, cutting down of trees. Friends, if we take a paper and in that we will keep stone. In that, if we blow means it will not move. Same like only the soil is like a paper. So in the soil, trees are being like a stone. So the trees will hold the soil. So if we cut means the soil will be moved, right? So this and all the things increasing soil erosion, soil conservation. Protection of soil from soil erosion is called soil conservation. See this. Next, steps to conserve soil. More number of trees should be planted to replace the cutted one. So if we cutting a tree means we have to plant another tree there. Next, trees and bushes should be planted in open lands. Same like only if we take a paper and keep our hand in it, if we blow means it will not move, right? Same like only the plants will hold the soil with their roots. So this practice does not allow winds to blow in full force. See, this is the image of that. Next, dams should be built across rivers to prevent floods. I told heavy rainfall can remove all the fertile topsoil. So if we build dams, means the water cannot come on the land like floods. So just like only we can conserve soil. Thank you friends. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. If you're subscribing only, our channel will enhance. Please share to your contacts. So please never skip the video. Please watch the video fully. Those who never subscribed our channel, please subscribe. Thank you friends. Bye. We'll see in the next video.